My job place, the mall is looking way better. So, hey everybody. So, happy hump day. It's your typical Wednesday. It's very boring, very quiet. There's nothing to do, no one to talk to. So guess what? Now you got to deal with me for the next 5 seconds. But I was sitting here looking at my last video that I was watching, and then I was talking to my friend about the last video I was watching, and I thought it was pretty hilarious because nobody knew what was being talked about, and nobody knew what I was talking about. So I was like, let me make it clear. So in no way, shape, or form am I'm sitting here nitpicking on something for no fucking reason. Let me explain. Hear me out. So when we were sitting here talking about people not telling the truth and being honest with themselves or being honest with their feelings, we were specifically talking about a specific etomage that I used to date back then. So it's funny because we started out as friends. We used to hang out, talk all the time. We used to spend mad time on social media, and we was always on the phone till we fell asleep with each other. So from there on, I was like, you know what? I could deal with somebody like that. And I thought this was the best thing ever because one thing I truly manifested was to have good friends. Somebody who I can talk to whenever I need to. Somebody who I could go out and have fun with or even have a night in. And I like to spend my days watching a good movie, a good TV show, preferably crime, and fall asleep by the end of the night. And have this perfect life of where I get to go out on Fridays and then stay in on Saturdays and then do whatever on Sundays. So by me meeting certain type of peoples, preferably this guy, I thought what better to do friendship things with, than with him. So it wasn't until I started to pay more attention to a person, that when he starts to see it, he starts to feel it. He feels the vibe. He feels the energy. He feels the moment. Everything is going right. The moment is right. We chilling. Everything is cool. Nothing to complain about, right? So I noticed that he was feeling himself a little bit too much. And then the more times I kept calling him and giving him attention, the more he started feeling himself too much. So what I'm trying to say is, after you spend a whole bunch of time with this person, we're not talking about just a couple of days, but we talk about a couple of weeks, couple of months, y'all sharing details with each other, y'all sharing secrets. And this is something that nobody will ever hear from you. So what to do about that? Here's my intake on that, because personally, I have my own thing going. If I decide to open up to somebody and I'm letting you know details, intimate details of my life, I feel like already I could trust you with this. And we have gone up another step of our friendship. Like, we just took our relationship to a whole new level. But one thing I can't stand is when a guy don't admit his feelings for me. When a guy sit here and spends all of his time with you, treat you nice, trying to do things with you and for you, but still don't want to tell you how he feel about you. So what does that say about the person? Then another thing I can't stand is when a person is trying to get you to admit your feelings to them, to tell you what's on your mind and how you feel and all this blah, blah shit, but they would never do the same. This is where guys get shit fucked up at. First of all, don't ever get somebody to try to tell their feelings for you. Speak from the heart about how they feel about you, and you don't reciprocate. That makes you look selfish. That makes you look bad in their eyes. You're supposed to reciprocate or create whatever the reciprocate the feelings. Okay, you're supposed to let these people know that you're not in it by yourself. Whatever you're feeling, you're not by yourself. And I had got that clarity on one friend a couple of days ago, where we were sitting here telling each other what we was looking for out of life, what we wanted. Then the person asked me, how did I feel about them? Do I look at them the same way they look at me? So my answer was no, because I really do truly feel in my heart that that was not my kingdom husband. And already time and time again, God has shown me my kingdom husband. God has shown me what the events in my life was going to happen, where it's going to take place, and with who. So every single day, I wake up every morning thanking God for giving me what I've been manifesting for years, and I keep writing down the things that I've been manifesting. But one thing I'm not going to tolerate when it comes to certain things, like I say, if I sit here and put my feelings and my heart out to you and I show you how I feel and treat you a certain way, reciprocate. Bring it back. Okay? It's not going to be just one way. It has to be both ways. It's a two-way street. Don't sit here and act cold-hearted and act like you don't have feelings. Guys, we know you have feelings. We know you have a heart. We know you have love for us. Don't be afraid to tell us how you feel or show us how you feel. Seriously. I don't know how many times I said this in my videos, but I'm saying this again because it happened again. And not just with me, but with a friend of mine. My best friend, she was feeling some guy. She was talking to a guy for a while. They took up their relationship a step further. She went as far as telling the guy what she want, how she want things to go, and if she was willing to, if he was willing to work with her on getting the things that she wanted in life. So granted, he was like, yeah, I'm looking for a relationship. I'm looking for a deep, committed relationship. 6-7 years down the line, I might want to get married. And then I was telling myself the same thing. I was like, yo, I told some of these guys what I like in the relationship and what I was looking for. But I held myself back for telling the rest of what I wanted because I knew from the first reaction they was not going to be giving that. They was not going to give that to me. Some of them wasn't even up for the even discussion of even being in a committed relationship. So I held myself back. And inside of me, my blood was boiling because I was like, yo, every ounce of me just want to let these guys know. Stop being such an icebox. Stop sitting here with this thick shield on as if I'm going to hurt you. Because I'm not. And I had this group discussion with 2 other women. And then it was funny because I was on TikTok talking about this with other women too, because other women was going through the same thing. And then one woman had her heart broken because she poured her heart out. She spent money on this guy. She let this guy move in, did everything. Almost had a baby by this guy. But he just plopped it on her like, I'm not ready for any of that. I'm not ready for the commitment. I'm not ready for the family. He just wanted to have fun and have casual relationships. So she dumped him. And not only that, she moved. So it inspired me to keep some things to myself and take no shit. Some people tell me I don't take any prisoners. I don't know what they mean by that, but when I'm talking to somebody, I mean business. Like, this is like somewhat of an interview / business thing as well as a personal thing, because guess what? You want to be my man. But here's the thing. These guys, they want to treat me as their girlfriends. They talk to me like they're my man, but they don't want to put the title on it. So what does that mean to y'all? A guy sit here, treats you like a girlfriend, like treats you like you're his girlfriend, do things as if y'all in a relationship. Seriously, he gives you all the perks, the feels, everything. Share feelings for you sometimes. Okay? But don't want to put the label on it. So yeah, it makes you feel like you're wasting your time and it's time for you to move on to somebody else. Y'all got to get it together, guys. I don't know why y'all doing this. You have to get it together.